First of all, we would like to hear about your experience. Very great trajectory in finance from college all the way to these days. I don't know if you could share some context of how did you start in the finance industry, let's say, all the way till today.
Yeah, not a problem. So, out of college, I went to Michigan State for undergrad, and my major there was business administration pre-law. So I had aspirations to be an attorney. I have an uncle who has his own law firm, and kind of was thinking about doing that all through college. Decided near the end of college, undergrad, I didn't want to go to more school. I just wanted to get out in the real world and make money, and found a job at the time, Anderson Consulting, which turned into Accenture, and it was a internal finance role. So I would go out. They would have large implementation projects, and at the time, it was web based, and the internet was just kind of blowing up, obviously, and it was a lot of like the dealer connection stuff where they would put dealers together, and as far as inventory and things like that. So a lot of internal projects where we were managing the financials for those, whether it was profitability and revenue and all that, and did that for a while. It was an internal role. Then moved on to I got a little taste of doing client work and client facing work when I was there, and moved into a few M&A roles. Kind of pursued those early on in my career, where did a lot of M&A due diligence work on buy side M&A. So we would go work with clients, um, look into their target companies that they wanted to purchase, and really kind of go from the top down, all really pick apart these different companies that they wanted to purchase for their own decision making and research on those companies to whether to buy or not, and then to also provide them the documentation that was required from the banks to secure loans and to secure funding for those acquisitions. Um, it was at that time. It was during the when I moved. I was at a regional firm in the Midwest, Plant Moran. Loved it there, and all of a sudden we had the banking crisis in 2008, where our book of business pretty much dried up, and kind of caught in, hey, there was no work, there was no business, and moved on to uh, more internal finance roles. I was at Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Then I was at Deloitte for a number of years, where kind of got promoted through their internal finance, global finance group, that we called it, where I managed our uh, FP&A group. They were out of India, and it was managing just for the whole global practice, and then eventually made it my way to a controller for their global consulting group, and then from there moved on to Maserati, a little bit different, where it was a dedicated finance role as well in the manufacturing realm, obviously, and automotive, and then a little bit of IT, and then to education. So bounced around a lot, really kind of a lot of the same roles, but with different companies, and kind of expanding my knowledge that way. And it's been definitely a crazy journey, but it's been very rewarding and fulfilling. So I got to along the way meet a lot of great people and experience a lot of different things.